every morning. She woke up tired, not physically, not the kind of tired sleep fixes, a different kind, the kind where your mind wakes up before your body does and immediately feels heavy. She used to think it was stress, then burnout, then maybe anxiety, but over time, it became harder to explain because nothing looked wrong from the outside. She still worked, still replied to messages, still laughed when expected to, and because she kept functioning, nobody noticed what was happening internally, not even her, at first. That's the strange thing about slowly disconnecting from yourself. It doesn't happen dramatically. It happens quietly, through repetition. Wake up, phone, work, scroll, distract yourself, sleep, repeat. Days blur together so slowly that you don't notice your inner world fading. Until one day, you suddenly realize you haven't genuinely felt alive in a very long time. That realization terrified her, because she remembered who she used to be. She used to feel excitement deeply. Music affected her. Conversations mattered. Dreams felt real. Now, everything felt emotionally muted. Not horrible, just distant. Like life was happening behind glass. She noticed it most at night. During the day, distractions helped. Noise helped. Tasks helped. But nighttime was different. Nighttime removed the performance. And once everything became quiet, her thoughts became impossible to outrun. That's when the emptiness became visible. One night she sat on the bathroom floor at 1:38 a.m., staring at nothing. Her phone beside her. Unread messages open. Music playing softly in the background. And suddenly, a strange thought entered her mind. When was the last time I actually felt present, not productive, not distracted, not entertained? Present. She genuinely didn't know. And that scared her more than sadness ever had. Because sadness still feels human. This felt like disappearing internally without anybody noticing, including herself. The next morning, she went to work again. Same routine. Same coffee. Same polite conversations. Someone asked how she was. She smiled automatically. Just tired. That answer had become automatic now, because explaining emotional numbness felt impossible. How do you explain that you no longer feel connected to your own life? That your personality feels quieter, your emotions weaker, your memories blurrier, that even happy moments feel strangely far away while they're happening? Most people don't have language for that. So instead, they continue functioning. And functioning hides suffering extremely well. That's why so many emotionally exhausted people look completely normal. They become experts at performance, experts at saying, "I'm okay," even when internally, they feel detached from everything around them. Weeks passed, then months, and slowly, she started noticing something else. She no longer looked forward to anything, not because life was terrible, but because emotionally, everything felt flat. That's when she realized this wasn't just stress anymore. Stress comes and goes. This felt deeper, like her inner world had quietly dimmed over time. And the strangest part? Nobody around her noticed the difference. Not because people didn't care, but because emotional disconnection is often invisible. People notice breakdowns. They rarely notice slow fading. That's what was happening to her. She wasn't collapsing. She was slowly fading emotionally while continuing to function externally. And modern life makes that dangerously easy, because constant distraction hides disconnection. Scrolling, streaming, working, notifications, noise. All of it keeps people stimulated enough to avoid noticing how disconnected they actually feel. But eventually, silence catches up with everyone. One evening after work, she sat inside her car for almost 40 minutes. Engine off, hands still on the steering wheel. Not crying, not panicking, just staring forward, feeling strangely empty. And for the first time, she admitted something honestly to herself. She wasn't living anymore. She was maintaining herself. There's a difference. Living feels emotionally connected. Even painful moments feel real. Maintaining yourself feels mechanical. Wake up. Perform. Distract yourself. Repeat. And once someone notices that difference, they cannot unsee it. That realization changed something inside her. Not instantly, not dramatically, but honestly. For the first time in years, she stopped asking, "What's wrong with me?" and started asking, "When did I stop feeling connected to myself?" That question mattered, because healing emotional numbness does not begin with productivity, or motivation, or forcing positivity. It begins with awareness. Awareness interrupts autopilot, and autopilot is where many people emotionally disappear, not because they're weak, but because modern life rewards disconnection, constant busyness, constant stimulation, constant performance, very little presence, very little stillness, very little emotional honesty, and eventually, people stop feeling like real people. They become exhausted nervous systems moving through routines. That realization hurt her deeply, but strangely, it also gave her hope, because for the first time, she could finally see what had been happening to her. And seeing the truth is often where healing quietly begins. Not loudly, not dramatically, just one honest moment at a time. If this story resonated with you, remember this: many people are not loudly falling apart. They are quietly disconnecting from themselves while still functioning normally every day. And sometimes, the most important moment in healing is finally noticing that you stopped feeling emotionally present in your own life.